guys, namaste. So today I want to talk about one of the most important things for everybody, and it is so important today because we're sitting all the time and we're always hunched over. We're always reading our phones and our iPads, and we're never, doing things that encourage us to have good posture and good alignment, and it's compressing our bones in our body, and it's not giving us any sort of health benefits by just being all cramped up. The basic pose that you start with for yoga, it's called Tadasana, and it's mountain pose. So if you think of a mountain, it's huge, it's got a huge foundation, and it's just there, it's strong. So the mountain pose is basically the standing pose of being strongly grounded and firm. So it basically defines our posture and our alignment. Some of the things just standing in Tadasana mountain pose will do is it'll aid in our concentration, it'll help our awareness and our focus, it helps fix our poor posture problems that we've developed, it strengthens our feet, our ankles, our shins, our thighs, and it also tones our abdomen and our booties. It can help people relieve sciatica pain. It can also help with foot issues. If you have flat feet, if you have hammer toes, if you have pronated or supinated feet, which means you tend to lean on the inside of your feet or the outside of your feet more, it's going to help you with all of those things. However, there are a lot of things that have to come into play to make Tadasana correct. So Tadasana is really the first step to finding balance. If you ask a bunch of kids to stand up straight and just stand still without, quivering or moving, most of them can't do it, and that's very scary and sad. So even when I started yoga, and I'm still struggling with my balance, but learning how to just stand firm and engage what needs to be engaged for proper posture and alignment, it's harder than you think it is. So I'm gonna show you the pose. So you would stand. There's varying schools or classes of thought on the proper way to stand in Tadasana, but you can stand with your feet directly under your hips. You press down through your feet, the entire foot, the heel, the outside of the foot, inside of the foot, the tops of the feet. You lift your toes, press your toes back down. When you press your toes back down, you feel the arches of your feet actually lift. And when that happens, it actually lifts the inner leg line, and it'll kind of activate your leg muscles. So it'll lift up your kneecaps. I don't know if you can see, but my kneecaps are lifted up. And my quads and all the muscles on the side are all engaged. You'll also lengthen your spine, which when you lengthen your spine, you basically zip up your midline. So your ribs at the bottom are going to be kind of tucked in, your tailbones kind of tucked in. So you just have one long line of energy. Your shoulders will be down away from the ears along the back. Your neck straight up as well. It's kind of the same as an easy seat when you feel as if you're being pulled up by an invisible string from the crown of your head. So it's great to be able to do this and have all these muscles activated, but you might not be able to do that. Most people can't. So a great way to practice this is, first of all, you can do it against a wall. So you would stand against a wall with the backs of your feet lined up directly with the wall, and stand and feel the parts of your body that are touching the wall, and just lengthen up and just feel the way that that feels in your body. You can also take a block and put it between your thighs. And when you squeeze that block with your thighs, those are the muscles that you're going to be activating just standing in regular Tadasana. So squeezing that block will help those muscles get stronger, so that once you take the block out, you can recreate that same muscle engagement to stand in Tadasana, so that you're not waving side to side, so that you're standing firm just like a mountain. Once you can stand firm in Tadasana, that's going to give you the main core posture to build off of. And then you can start engaging your arms, but everything has to be in that same alignment as if you were in Tadasana. And everything stems kind of from Tadasana, from that mountain. So it's kind of, I think of Tadasana as a mountain of knowledge just in this one pose that you should master, so that you can feel that engagement. And I'll show you kind of what it looks like from the side as well. You know, a lot of people, we have these natural curves in our spine, but a lot of people are going to have a lot bigger curves. So, you know, your Tadasana might not look like my Tadasana. Your Tadasana might be, you know, different. But if you activate those muscles through your feet, through your legs, through your core, you know, your glutes, pull yourself up, you know, you will eventually be able to move through these yoga sequences and create space for you to balance and effectively stand still in correct alignment and posture. So I just wanted to share that knowledge. That's Tadasana, mountain pose, and that's kind of the base where we start from yoga. Thank you for watching. Namaste.